Welcome to My Phone Presents Laban ng Gilas, Laban ng Pilipinas. Jimmy Alapag, one of the senior statesmen sa ating Gilas Pilipinas national team. You know, I'm sure Jimmy and the rest of the guys are starting to feel na malapit na. Malapit na the tournament of all tournaments for Gilas. And testing their mettle tonight will be Chris Chu and a crack selection of PBA stars, which also includes the Beast, Calvin Abueva. You can see Jay Washington there. New look Alex Gabagno there. Mark Barroco's also there. And the objective tonight is, to be a showcase. Showcase event para sa national team. Miko Alili with Jason Webb. And Jason, this is a great opportunity for the fans who are watching on TV na makita. The national team has been away for a while.
Yes, they've been working outside of the country. At para nga dito sa mga fans, it's going to be a big thing for them because gusto nila makita ano ba ang kakayanan ng Team Pilipinas natin, ng Gilas. They are going to be performing here. And it'll be nice to see them against co-superstars on the other side. And the main thing also here, aside from the fans realizing, ito ang team ng Pilipinas. For Team Pilipinas also, para sa Gilas, another opportunity to play another team, to play together, and also to play on the venue of where the FIBA is going to be held at.
Okay, just as a refresher, let's look at the Gilas lineup again. This was finalized a couple of weeks back, and this is your Fighting 12.
Fighting 12. Actually, kung titingnan mo siya ngayon, 13 siya dahil nandyan pa rin si Bo Belga. But couple of players, that's 4 players coming from Talk and Text. Barangay Ginebra has 2 because Japet has already moved to Barangay Ginebra. Mark Pingers is there. Gabe, Jeff have performed for the Philippines. Bo Belga was the final cut. Gary has played as well as Marcos Doutet for the Philippines as well. So a couple of newbies, Miko. Nandyan makikita natin si Junmar Fajardo. It's going to be his first time to represent the country, as well as Mark Pingers and a number of other guys as well.
Bo, however, is in uniform tonight.
Yes, he will be here.
Yeah, he's been warming up. It looks like he's ready to play. Ready to report para sa atin lahat is Miss Erica Padilla, who is with Jimmy Alapag.
Yes, kasama po ngayon si Jimmy. Jimmy, a lot of people have been asking, will this be the last time you'll be playing for the national team?
Yes, this will be my last stint. I think that's why this time around is a lot more special for me. Getting an opportunity to play with these guys and to represent our country here on home soil, it means a lot.
So if ever the team gets into the top 3 and gets into the FIBA world, what will happen to you then?
I'll talk to the coaching staff and then I'll talk to Coach Schott about it and see what he feels is best. Whether he wants me to keep me on the team or maybe get somebody else. We'll cross the bridge when we get there.
Thank you, Jimmy. Balik sa inyo dyan.
It sounds just like Jimmy. He trusts his coaches, trusts the coaching staff, moving ahead just in case we do make it to the Worlds. For him, nasa coaches na yan. Kung palalaroin pa siya o hindi.
And Nico, you can't look too far ahead. Right now, the main goal is to be able to perform and get a slot for the Worlds. We haven't had that in such a long time.
Yeah.
So yun muna ang tinitingnan natin. It's a great opportunity because we have home court advantage. So we're going to try to make use of that. Let's not look too far ahead because right now the prize is right in front of us and it's just a couple of days away.
And now we look at the PBA selection. Okay, this is a gathering of PBA stars from the teams. And you have Alaska's represented here, Sandy Coffee, Rainer Shine Petron, Air 21 Ginebra, and Global Port.
Pretty strange for some of the players here because the last time that we had the Gilas Pilipinas, guys like Chris Chu, Mark Barroca, they were actually the guys that were donning the uniform of the Philippines as well as JV Casio. Now they're on the other side and now they're the team that's trying to help the current Gilas squad be sharper for the coming tournament.
And also, you look at like Calvin Abueva, there was a clamor for Gilas to consider Calvin Abueva as well. So it will be interesting to see how he'll perform tonight. Meantime, let's go back to Erica, who is with Chris Chu.
Chris, it would be very interesting to know for the fans, do you ever miss being part of the national team, especially that you're hosting the upcoming tournament?
Oh yeah, I definitely miss playing for the national team. I think for any player, for any athlete, it's the greatest dream to be able to represent your country for the sport that you're playing for. And definitely I miss it, and all the more that we're hosting the FIBA Asia this August. I'd love to be in that team, but we're here behind the Smart Gilas Pilipinas team, behind them all the way, and hopefully in today's game, we'll make them a little bit better.
So is there any advice or any message you would like to give to the Gilas team before they enter the tournament?
I think they know what to do. Just go out there, do what they have to do. Just go out there, have fun, and if it's in God's plan, it'll all happen. So, good luck to the guys.
Maraming salamat and I hope you have fun too. Balik sa inyo dyan, guys.
I think Chris said it very well. He would have wanted to be part of the team, but at this point, ang trabaho niya ngayon, help Gilas prepare, and then once this game is done, suporta na.
Yes, and for every player, once you're selected to the national squad, it means that if you're not the top 12 players in the league right now, at least you're very close with, or at least what the country needs at the moment. And it would be such an honor to be part of that again for him.
And let's start this game. When we return, it is the My Phone presents Laban ng Gilas, Laban ng Pilipinas.
Rafi Rivas. Number 5, Alex Cabagnot. Number 8, Peter June Simon. Number 9, Nino Canaleta. Number 14, Mark Barroca. Number 17, Chris Chu. Number 23, Jay Washington. Number 29, Arwen Santos. Number 33, Paul Lee. Number 34, Chris Ellis. Number 42, JV Casio. And number 88, Calvin Abueva. Head coach for the PBA Stars is Franz Pumanen. He's assisted by Jack Santiago, Cholo Villanueva, Jose Antonio Ituri, and Lorenzo Yulo. The PBA Stars. And now, the lineup of My Phone, Gilas Pilipinas. Number 3, Jimmy Alapag. Number 5, L.A. Tenorio. Number 10, Gabe Norwood. Number 11, Marcus Dowded. Number 12, Larry Ponasier. Number 15, Mark Pengris. Number 16, Jeff Chan. Number 17, Jason Castro. Number 20, Gary David. Number 22, Junmar Fajardo. Number 25, Japet Aguilar. Number 30, Bo Belga. And number 33, Ranidel Del Campo. Head coach for the My Phone Gilas Pilipinas is Chuck Reyes, assisted by Norman Black, John Lee Chico, Ryan Gregorio, and Joshua Reyes. Ladies and gentlemen, My Phone Gilas Pilipinas. At this point, please rise. Magsitayo po tayong lahat for the singing of our national anthem. Now may we request the players to meet at center court for the traditional handshake.
Can I just say it?
What? What do you want?
My favorite part
Which one?
of even the start of the finals or the All-Star game or a game like this, the traditional handshake. Yan yung importante dyan.
No. It's a high-tech handshake now. They have new cell phones.
My phone.
My phones. They have new my phones. Brand new.
I wish I could shake your hand as well kung meron ka bago my phone.
They all got new ones, all of them. So we're just about ready to start this exhibition game. So once again, it's a good opportunity for the fans because we weren't able to see their games when they played in Lithuania, they played in New Zealand. Partly because of logistics and partly because syempre si Coach John ayaw din niyang pakita yung mga yon because our opponents panunorin yan, gagawing scouting material yan. So best that those games na lang are nakita lang doon are the Gilas coaches and the players only.
For most PBA fans, the last memory of Gilas that they have is either the All-Star game or even further back nung nanalo tayo ng Jones Cup. But even after that win in the Jones Cup, we have new players that have been added to this team to make sure that we try to get that berth in the World Cup, in the World Championships rather.
But you also see that the PBA selection also sporting the t-shirt jersey, which of course the Golden State Warriors initiated.
Yes, and a lot of summer league teams have been using in the NBA.
And a lot of PE classes as well.
Alala ko yung PE uniform ko, ganyan dati.
Of course, our PBA Commissioner, Chito Salud, overseeing the event tonight.
Medyo walang masyadong disparity sa height ang napapansin ko doon sa dalawang team
No, but referee, this is part of this team, and so is J-Watch as we look at the primary protagonist for this exhibition game.
So you look at of course right now with the lineup. So Marcus Dowd is the one guy that is above 6'10" that could really make a difference. But we know, come the FIBA championships, that he will just be part of an entire system. Na kung saan we're gonna need our shooters, our guys that are gonna be driving.
I think also what the PBA selection is tasked to do under Coach Franz Pumaren is to simulate, what FIBA Asia opponents will be doing against our very own national team. As Paul Lee attacks and a swipe by Jason Castro.
One of the things though, if you're one of those the players, the Gilas Pilipinas squad, you can't look at this as a tune-up. Every game is a game that you're supposed to learn. So you can't be out there trying to laugh, trying to make fun. Because alam na rin natin, matagal na sila nawala, hindi na nakikita yung mga kaibigan nila. But this is serious stuff because ilang araw na lang magsisimula na yung FIBA Championships.
Here's Gabe Norwood. Norwood stops and pops and off the mark. Rebound, Canaleta. But just in case people are wondering, off-season ng PBA, so baka the PBA stars are out of shape. Actually, nag-start na yung mga practices ng team. So these guys, they're slowly getting into optimum game shape, but they've been practicing. So conditioning-wise, these guys should be okay. And that's a turnover. And the ball goes back to Gilas Pilipinas.
Not a good start for Gilas Pilipinas. They've already had 2 turnovers and 2 unforced turnovers. You would think between the two teams, the Gilas Pilipinas is a squad that won't be turning the ball over. As you see Jason Casa being replaced because of the 2 turnovers, you'd expect they won't be turning the ball over because they're the team na magkakakilala. Etong All-Stars, ilang laro pala nagsama and another turnover para sa Gilas Pilipinas.
Meantime, here's Canaleta and he slams it home. In other words, your expectation is that cohesion should not be a problem for Gilas Pilipinas and dunking is never a problem for KG Canaleta. Shot clock down to 10. Remember, we are playing under FIBA rules.
Yes.
We're applying FIBA rules for this game, and that's going to be a foul against Canaleta.
Nice look on the part of Marcus Dowd in there. One thing that we really want to avoid is that pag yung naghahanap na tayo ng solusyon is to go to Marcus Dowd. What you'd like to see is all the weapons available for our team to have that opportunity to touch the basketball, ball movement, people movement, to eventually find an actual good shot. Remember, pagdating ng FIBA, marami pang mas malalaki kaysa kay Marcus Doutit.
In other words, best case scenario for you is that Marcus does not become automatic primary option.
But definitely not.
Yeah. Meantime, here's Canaleta. Chris Ellis on the move, and Ellis throws up an air ball. Here's Norwood. Norwood looking at Gary David. Gary over to LA. LA scooting in. Outside, Ranidel. Shot clock reads 13, and turnover against Gilas Pilipinas. But a counter steal by Gary David. Here's LA, open three. There's one more thing na babantayan natin, no, along with the viewers, our outside shooting, our three-point shooting to be particular.
Yes, and one of the things that the team has not really had a lot of time to do is actually practice in this facility at this hour. Alalahanin natin, most of the games in the Philippines will be at 8. And from what I hear, they've gotten a lot of practice in at around 10, 11.
Meantime, here's Canaleta. Step back three for Canaleta. That's good.
See right here, Canaleta, also one of the invitees during, what do you say, mid-camp of Gilas.
That's a three for Ranidel de Ocampo. That will cut down the lead of the All-Star selection to 2 points.
It's going to be really key, Ranidel de Ocampo, because he's a stretch four right now because he can hit that outside shot. Very important in international play to have a guy that can shoot from the outside from that power forward spot.
Blocked by Marcus Doutit. Here's Tenorio. He scans the floor. LA goes to Norwood. Tries to go inside Ranidel, who tosses it over to Marcus Doutit for the slam.
More to the liking of Coach Chot Reyes, yung nakita niya doon. 4 people touching the basketball till you get a dunk right there para kay Marcus Doutit.
Well, up for Jay Washington, who will be playing for a new team when the new conference starts, or the next conference starts. We're all tied at 7 apiece. Nearing the 6-minute mark of the opening period. Gary over PJ Simon, and long rebound picked up by Ranidel. Here's LA. LA, no look pass. Gary can't shoot the three. Gary goes inside, pop shot, and he will take 2.
You did mention earlier, Miko, that most of these teams or the players, these teams that are coming from the All-Stars, have started their training, but we'll get back to that later.
We'll take this time out. Back in a moment.
You guys are still watching Gilas Pilipinas versus PBA All-Star Selection. At syempre naman, nandito pa rin tayo sa MOA Arena. At pag-usapan natin si Marcus Doutit. Sabi niya sa akin kanina, nami-miss na daw niya kumain ng red meat because all he has been eating is chicken and fish. Pero sabi niya, okay lang naman daw dahil kahapon, nung nakita niya ang routine ng workout ni Lebron, na-realize niya na he is inspired to continue eating well para magaya niya ang kayang gawin ni King James. Balik sa inyo.
So you mean if I follow LeBron's diet, magiging beast din ako?
Oh, galunggong lang kinakain ko sa umaga. Lumalaki na katawan ko. Ewan ko sa inyo, ha? Kaya pala, mali pala yung steak.
Hamburger na yun. Red meat ba yun? Hindi naman red yun.
Depende ko sa ginawa. But going back, Nico, you mentioned earlier that the PBA selection, the All-Stars, have started their training, but most of them are just starting with their cardio because they're probably about 2 or 3 weeks in. So yung basketball at game shape nila, unti-unti pa lang nila nakukuha. I think really the bigger problem is when you look at their offense, it's basically 1 pass, 1 shot. Dahil nga hindi sila magkakakilala. They have not had a lot of practice time, if any.
As Gary makes the first, for instance, the Alaska players say, jet lag pa itong mga to. Kababalik lang nito from Disneyland.
Marami pa kinain red meat yan, sigurado. Para kung ano-ano mga fast food na kinainan yan.
Second free throw for Gary David. Gary got his own miss. Fakes, fires, that's good.
There's one thing that Gary likes to do, it's shoot. And right now, he's that one guy that is looking for his offense. When some of the players seem to be a bit tentative for Gilas, he's out there in attack mode.
Speaking of an attack mode, Gary to LA. LA goes in. A bit short.
Kulang sa pektos. You're going to really get his hand underneath that ball.
DJ Simon for 3. On the floor for Gilas Pilipinas. LA Tenorio, Rani Del De Ocampo, Gabe Norwood, Gary David, and Marcos Doughty.
More bounce this step of Gilas Pilipinas after that timeout. Almost feel right now at this point, because the PBA stars are getting a little bit tired. Yung Gilas Pilipinas naman, ito nasasanay na doon sa lamig ng Coliseum, doon sa atmosphere. Remember, they haven't played in the Philippines in a long time as well.
That's right. Marcos Doughty, of course, with a massive height advantage over everyone on that PBA.
Ano lalo na kay JB Casio?
Selection. Di ba, kaibigan naman yung JB. Hindi naman niya sasagasaan. On the floor for the PBA All-Stars, Paul Lee, PJ Simon, Canaleta, there's Jay Washington, and Chris Ellis. Shot knocked down to 10. A step back jumper for Paul Lee. Easy rebound there for Jay Washington. New shot clock for the PBA All-Stars. They're down by 5 points. Shot clock reads 13. PJ creates, and somebody held on to PJ Simon.
As you can see, because of lack of practice time together, most of the plays the PBA stars, they just play a lot of open basketball, just 5 guys trying to spread the floor.
Jay Wash and Canaleta will sit down. Rafi Rivas and Arwin Santos are now part of the ball game.
Now here's the question mark. Mark Ping is one of those guys that first time makakalaro para sa Gilas Pilipinas. What will he bring to the table? You know, they were saying more on the defensive end, trying to tulong sa depensa. But at that 4 position internationally, will he fit into that mold that Coach Chot is looking for?
Although at this point, people are already branding him as, the Gilas stopper. Yeah. Wherever the key wing, key scoring guard of the opponent, maybe even key point guard, you do expect Mark Fingers will be assigned to try and stop that very talented opponent.
Yun yung maganda kay Mark. You know, you can guard anyone from the best point guard to a center na hindi naman kalakihan sobra kontra sa kanya. Wag naman yung Hadadi.
Wag yung Hadadi. Hindi naman tayo galit kay Pingris. Ba't natin pababantay kay Ping yun? And then you saw the new look of Alex Cabagnot.
Where?
There.
That's Alex Cabagnot.
That's Alex Cabagnot. No more long hair.
At least alam natin tipid na sa shampoo. Kunti na lang yan eh.
Sa gel. I guess I'm getting used to looking at Alex without a long hair.
How many years was he sporting that? A good 3 years maybe?
Meantime, here's Doughty shooting over Rivas. And basketball is with Alex Cabagnot. PBA All-Star still down by 5. And here's Rafi Rivas, sends it over to Arwin Santos for the 15-footer.
Arwin, one of those guys that actually had an opportunity to choose kung mag-a-attend siya noong training camp. Never really panned out for him. Nice to have that ball once more. It almost felt like LA is really pushing it hard and parang napagod na bahagya si LA. That's why they're making the change again. Back to Jason Castro, looking for guys that are aggressive and hoping that Jeff as well as Larry will open up the floor with their outside shooting.
Jeff Chan, Marcos.
Gotta be aware, you bring in 3 new guys. You have a point guard and 2 other guards. It is the responsibility of the other guys to also mention to the point guard. Minsan maaaring makalimutan dahil bagong pasok that the shot clock is winding down coming from that baseline inbound.
Mark Baroka now setting up the offense here along with Alex Cabagnot in the backcourt. Ingris guarding Alex Cabagdon. I think that should give you a hint as Arwin Santos hits it off the glass. When going back to Mark Ingris, that should give you an idea of yung magiging role ni Mark Ingris as Arwin connects with a long jumper there.
Just when I said that it seems that Gilas was going to make a move, the new group para dito sa PBA All-Stars, very fresh and very active.
Here, ang trabaho ni Rafi Rivas here, trying to guard Marcus Doughton. Bigger, stronger, wider as Chris Ellis uncorks and rebound to Ingris. Here's Castro pulling up. 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Baroka sends it to Arwin. And here's Ellis.
The one thing that also Mark Ingris brings to the table is they can almost switch everything because he can guard everyone on the floor.
Back in a moment. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena for the My Phone presents Laban ng Gilas, Laban ng Pilipinas. Just a bio here on Coach Chod Reyes. Won a championship when he was coaching Coney Island back in '93. He's won a championship 8 times in the PBA and still remembers that Tokushima experience vividly. Sabi niya, he still has all these mga journal, mga notes niya from that tournament.
Of course, most of his success of Coach Chot happening with Talk and Text here the last 3 years or so. But even before that, already with a champion, the champions of Coney Island, nag-champion sa Coca-Cola before.
135 remaining in the opening quarter, and Mark Baroka sending it to Cabagdon. Cabagdon with a new look, with a drive, and he was blocked. Junmar Fajardo is now part of this ball game. First personal against Junmar, and this will mean 2 free throws for Alex Cabagdon. Actually, si Alex kasama din yan dun sa original master list. Yeah, yung general training pool. Alex was also part of that selection.
A lot of guys that are actually there wearing blue, part of that first selection. And most of the Alaska players, some of them, Santos was there as well. He was going to be key as well, pero dahil nag-champion nga sila, no time for the training.
Nagpagamot din si Sunny, no? Injuries niya as loose ball here and picked up by Calvin Abueva over to Arwin Santos. One kapampangan to another. Here's Cabagdon. 1 minute remaining in the opening quarter. Cabagdon. Front pass. Rivas. Rebound. Ingris thought he had it. So the ball will stay with the PBA All-Stars. So we welcome Japet Guitar into the ball game, and Mark Ingris will take a breather for the national team.
That's the beauty of having such a deep bench. You come in as a player, you can give 200, 300% in 2 minutes. Dahil meron naman papalit sa'yo of the same quality.
Even in an exhibition game, Calvin makes the crowd react.
Jet lag yun.
Jet lag. Iba pa yung time zone ng tira niya eh.
Wrong hemisphere.
Pacific time pa eh. Again, the head advantage of the national team very evident in that sequence.
Starts off with a good touch pass coming from Larry.
3-point ball game for Philippine team, and it's a traveling violation against Mark Baroka.
Jet lag rin?
Jet lag, yeah.
Sumama si the Coffee Prince. But, yes, Gilas up by 3, but you can't say that they've looked sharp yet. At least they've looked sharp for short bursts, but as a whole, probably hindi pa yan yung hinahanap ni Coach Shot.
Last play time here to end the first quarter, and Jason Castro makes a move, and Mark Baroca knew that he had a foul to give. 6.7 seconds remaining in the opening period. Larry Furashel will start the play. 5 seconds to go. Again, they go to the blur. Goes back to Larry. Larry is blocked. And at the buzzer, it's an air ball from the backcourt. And that ends the opening period with Gilas Pilipinas on top 16-13 at the end of the opening quarter. PBA selection, their job is to, give Gilas a good workout here. And for the national team, hoping to put up a good show. For the fans who are watching this, watching our national team perform. We're back to the second quarter after these. Okay, now a lot of people have been asking, no? Kailan ba ang mga laro ng Gilas, and then kailan papalabas? So here it is.
Most of our games, if not all, are going to be at 8:15. This is going to be the group stages. So 1, 2, and 3, all in the Mall of Asia Arena, all on our favorite network, TV5.
So we just started the second quarter here. Again, you're watching the My Phone presents Laban ng Gilas, Laban ng Pilipinas. Gilas Pilipinas in immaculate white, and the PBA All-Stars wearing the royal blue compression shirts.
Pero hindi nag-compress masyado yun.
Baka gusto ng mga PBA player medyo loose ng kot.
Baggy compression shirt.
Yeah, baggy compression. Hey, mali mo, maybe
You're onto something.
Look, you won't know. You can't predict. Maybe a PBA team decides to do this, no? The t-shirt uniform. Why not? It's distinct. It's memorable. As Rivas connects.
It's simple pick and roll. Those are the things that I'm sure Coach Shot wants to see his team work on, because he missed communication on the part of Fajardo and the guy guarding the basketball. Can't have that, especially when you're so close to the competition. Everyone has to be on the same page.
Here's Rivas, and Rivas connects. Back-to-back baskets here for Rafi Rivas.
Lamang na yung ating PBA All-Stars.
Jeff Chan, and here's Larry to Junmar. Junmar sends it to Jimmy. Jimmy double team. Good defense here by the PBA All-Stars. Chapit to Junmar, and Junmar goes up without the ball, but he is fouled. And that's exactly the kind of defense that the PBA All-Stars should do.
Yes.
That's how they can help our national team.
Yes, you can see that they were really trying. They were moving with the basketball. And nakita rin natin, because of that, lumabas rin yung gustong gawin nung ating Gilas Pilipinas. Sila rin had to do good ball movement, and they were playing to their potential.
Junmar on the line. You know, I'm going to say this now on national TV. Junmar is the best Instagram account I'm following right now.
Talaga?
I'm serious. Are you following him?
No.
You're missing out.
Walang
You should follow his Instagram.
walang Instagram yung telepono ko, kaya humingi ako sa my phone.
wala rin pala yung akin. Meantime, here's Jimmy. Of course, quarterbacking. He told Erica Padilla right before the game this will be his last tour of duty with the national team, as Jeff Chan sends it to Japet Aguilar.
Huge beneficiary, Japet Aguilar, because our wing guys willing to pass the basketball, and the station not fast enough para dun sa opensa ng Gilas Pilipinas.
Larry with a rebound. That pass was intended for Jeff Chan. Instead, it goes to Arwin, and now here's Baroca. Over to Kabagnod. And a quick pass for Rafi Rivas, and another assist. Or another pass, which ends up as an assist, which benefited Calvin Abueva.
Big problem for Gilas. 10 turnovers in less than 13 minutes. Can't have that for a team that's been playing together for quite some time.
Big big cheer here as a new player is about to come in. That's Big Mo Belga. Diba? Ano ba?
Pumasok si Chris Chu.
Chris Chu ba?
Tsaka si...
Akala ko para kay Bo.
Pumasok si Chris Chu tsaka si James Gunn.
Ito pa naman ako para kay Bo. Akala ko pa naman, napamahal na talaga si Bo sa taong bayan dahil sakripisyo siya para sa national team.
Hey, but you know, speaking of Bo Belga, you gotta give it to him. He handled getting that final cut like a man and like a true gentleman.
Talk about resiliency. It's a beast. Meantime, here's Fonacher. It's 19-all here in the second period as Jeff Chan on courts and tags it through.
That's gonna be the key, Nico. Jeff Chan, Larry Fonacher, able to hit that outside shot.
There's another look at that Jeff Chan triple. Meantime, Chris Chu being hounded by Jeff Chan. Cross court, there you go. Calvin thought about the three. And now Calvin on courts. Rebound, Rivas. JB Casio also part of the ball game as we near the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Abueva inside off the glass.
Two teammates, you know, when you play together, mas madali yung basketball eh.
Here's Arwin. Philippines up by 1 point. And JB sends it back to, well, that was intended for Rivas. Meantime, here's Jeff on the move. Jeff Chan over to Larry Fonacher.
See, that's why you gotta learn how to shoot left and right. Larry Fonacher, able to make a layup with his left hand, did not give an opportunity for Arwin Santos para mahabol pa yung bola at masupalpal.
Here's Rivas over Belga. Jimmy cross court. Jeff Chan for three. Yes, sir!
Same spot para kay Jeff Chan. It all starts with good ball movement. If the ball's not moving quick enough para dito sa Gilas Pilipinas, shots become much harder.
Well, our road to the FIBA Asia Championship continues, and Jeff Chan will be a key factor. Outside shots, three-point shots. And you can imagine there will be situations we will need three-point shots. Clutch situations, must-make situations, and you know, Jeff is a prime candidate to be that guy who will make and who has to make big shots in games.
You see the bio of Jeff Chan. Probably a lot of people did not think that ito yung palalabasan ng career ni Jeff Chan. Number 17 pick, and right now, already part of the national team, and regarded as one of the better shooters in the league.
Nice stretch by Arwin Santos. Here's Belga. Belga for three. Cyrus Baguio now back on the floor here. Cyrus, Ellis, and Arwin for three. So 5 minutes remaining in the first half. It's a 4-point game for the Philippines, and Cyrus will miss. Jimmy sends it to Jason. And Castro can't get it to drop. Here's Cyrus. Cyrus Baguio is joined by Chris Chu, Arwin Santos, Chris Ellis, and JB Casio. Shot clock reads 10, and Chris Chu will miss. Oh, miscue there between Jeff Chan and Jimmy Alapag, and the ball will stay with the PBA All-Stars. Team forward is checking in for Chapit Aguilar. Gary David coming in for Jeff Chan. So it's one shooter for another.
Probably a lineup that we rarely see for the Gilas Pilipinas. You already have two guards on the floor. Nick Norwood is already going to be your power forward. And Bo Belga in the middle. But nice thing about it is this is lahat pwede magdala ng bola o mag-dribble ng bola.
Here's Gary. Shot clock down to 10. Jimmy against JV. Hand off Castro. Shot clock down to 7. And magical attempt by Jason Castro, and that ball will stay with the national team.
Jason Castro's got it bigger. Parang lumaki yung no? Mukha.
Oh.
Shot clock.
Shoot it, Bo. Almost, but not quite. 2-point game. PBA All-Stars trailing here with under 4 minutes to go in the first half. A pull-up 3 for Chris Chu, and that's good.
PBA All-Stars giving the Gilas Pilipinas a lot right now. More than it can handle. Lamang pa sila ngayon.
Jimmy, and over to Jason. Talking bench connection right there. Castro attacks. How much penetration would Jason do, against our opponents in the FIBA Asia?
I think that's a big question. When you look at the guards of the Philippines, you know what Jimmy's going to bring you. You know what LA's going to give you because of the Jones Cup experience. With Jason Castro, there is an uncertainty. Why? Because we know that dito kay Jason Castro that he can drive easily in the PBA. But there's a huge difference. There are less spaces when you play internationally because they're bigger players.
Here's Castro on the move. And a swipe there by Chris Chu.
He does not have as quick a trigger as either Jimmy Alapag or L.A. Tenorio.
Oh, nice pass by Bo, and a kick out here. Carry from the corner, and he overshoots. Rebound, Canaleta. 1-point ball game for the Philippines. With 3 minutes remaining in the second period, Canaleta will fire away. That's good for 3.
Not a lot of emotion. When I'm looking at Coach Rodriguez, not a lot of emotion, but I'm sure he is upset at this. No one even ran out to contest yung tira na yun ni KG Canaleta.
Foul on Jimmy Alapag. We have a timeout here with 2:43 remaining. 31-29. PBA All-Stars are ahead. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena, let's check the groupings for the FIBA Asia Championship.
Right now, you can see that Group B, medyo nabawasan sila because I believe that is the group where Lebanon should have been. And Lebanon is out at the moment. Philippines is going to be in Group A. You would think that the main problems for Philippines would either be Chinese Taipei or maybe a bit of Jordan because I hear Chinese Taipei, meron silang naturalized na may kagalingan. Group C is a crazy group. That's what all we can say. Meron China, merong Iran. If I believe South Korea is there as well. On those days, you can see it's supposed to be a total of 16 teams. All the games will start in the morning. Meron tayong morning session at meron rin tayong evening session.
Ball goes out and it will stay. It will stay with the Philippines. Gabe Norwood will start the play here. Castro. LA. Tenorio sends it out. Norwood from the corner. JV quickly to Chris Ellis. Ellis with a layup.
Good job on the part of Chris Ellis. First good contest on that shot on the part of Gabe Norwood and then running quick enough out there to get an easy layup.
That's a foul against Cyrus Baguio. This will mean free throws for Gary David. And Gary, of course, his search for his first PBA championship continues. And wouldn't it be a nice storybook angle if Gary wins his first championship as a member of the national team?
This is a guy that blossomed, sabihin natin, fairly late. O nakilala.
Yeah.
Na fairly late in his career and 3-time scoring champion. He has the tools. and he's looking for some success. And the best success that you could ever have is success for country.
Right. From the corner, Chris Cho, and Chris Cho connects again. It's a three.
Three three-pointers, para kay Chris Chu. That's 2 3-pointers and a 2-pointer.
Foul on Canaleta. This will send Jason Castro to the line. The Philippines down by 5 to the PBA All-Stars. And the first free throw is good for Jason Castro. Still a 3-point game in favor of the PBA All-Stars. JV, Canaleta. PBA All-Stars shooting well from the outside, but that's a miss from Canaleta. Minute and a half to go in the second period. Here's Gary for three. Yes, sir!
Just when you said that the PBA All-Stars are shooting well from three-point region. Now it's Gilas Pilipinas third, but only Shan as well as David have hit from the outside from the guard spot.
So we're all tied up at 36. Foul is assessed on Jason Castro is first. Shot clock reads 14 for the All-Stars. Muzeles sets it to Chris Chu. Waxing hot from Rainbow Country. Being hounded here by Gary, and that's a foul against Gary David.
Pilipinas trying to turn it up defensively right now. You look at the score. They've given up 36 points. That's not where you want to be at in international play. You can't give up 20 points a quarter. Surprised? Are you surprised at the way that Gilas is performing so far in this first half? Because, baliktad, yung PBA Stars pa yung surprising.
I look at it kasi because Chot is not going to use this. He's not going to use all the plays. I don't think he's going to show any of the plays that they will use for the FIBA Asia. It's probably a concern na, makapanood ka ng kalaban as Canaleta connects again. Probably a concern. They don't want to make this game too intense. Last thing you need is for a Gilas player to sustain an injury so near the tournament. So Score with cannot get the rebound. What you do expect, whether they're running plays or not, is that they should make outside shots and play transition, cohesion, and defense, all the fundamental stuff. I'd like to say hello to Mr. Jaime Alcantara, president of My Phone.
Yes.
Who personally gave the brand new My Phones to all the players. All the players.
None for the panel. Paulit ko lang. But players very happy when they got the phone. Most of them probably did not even expect. My end, that question.
We were talking about the performance of Gilas tonight.
As far as the first couple of almost 20 minutes of this game, mahirap dito yung balance eh. Ayaw mo magpakita ng baraha, pero gusto mo rin naman i-impress yung mga Pilipino na manonood. So, for Coach Chot, it's also
it's a tricky situation.
It's a tricky situation.
Kasi you can't decide. We have 9 seconds remaining. You can't decide. Tara, all out. Cannot all out. All our plays. Tapakan natin itong PBA All-Stars, and everyone will be impressed. Nilabas mo lahat ng baraha mo. Look, this is coming out on TV. Nothing's gonna stop opponents from watching this and pag-aaralan.
Kaya Tagalog na lang tayo para di tayo maintindihan.
Okay, that ends the first half, and the PBA All-Stars are on top by 3 using precise outside shooting and very determined defense as well. Doing their duty to really help prepare our national team for the FIBA Asia Championship. The score is 41-38 at the end of the first half. We'll be back with more action for the Mall of Asia Arena in just a moment. Gilas laban ng Pilipinas, and as of the moment, the PBA All-Stars are leading by 3 points, 41-38 over the national team. One more half to go here. Migo Alili alongside Jason Webb, reporting from the Mall of Asia Arena. And Jason, areas of concern so far for the Philippines?
A lot.
All right. Let's enumerate.
Let's enumerate. First of all, I think biggest concern right now is turnovers. You're a team that's been together for quite some time, and you actually have more turnovers against a team that actually was formed maybe a few days ago. You're supposed to be cohesive and not throw the ball over. At nakikita natin, ito pang Gilas Pilipinas na nagtatapon ng bola. Another thing is, no help coming from the bench on the side of Gilas Pilipinas.
Let's look back at the highlights of the first 2 quarters. Chris Chu waxed hot. Jimmy, of course, a sentimental favorite among the national team players. And we're just reviewing the starting lineup at the start of the game. And, the PBA All-Star selection, first quarter pa lang, Jason, they showed that they were determined to make this a really good workout, a really good tune-up for the Philippine team.
As a player, when you're in this situation, you're part of the PBA Stars, there's also one thing in your mind.
What is that?
Ako dapat yung may suot ng uniforme ng Gilas Pilipinas. No matter what you say, there is always a sense of pride in every player na parang nasnab ako, hindi ako nasama. And that's why you can see a lot of these players trying to really show up today, even though they might not be 100% in shape yet. Pinapakita nila, pwede akong pang Gilas Pilipinas.
And so far, the PBA All-Stars proving to be the better team at the end of the first half, leading by 341-38. Let's look at some numbers.
3-point shooting is supposed to be a very key number for our team. And so far, for Gilas Pilipinas, we're only 33%. For the PBA All-Stars, close to 40%. And most of their 3-point shots coming from one-on-one. So those were actually harder shots. Now, here's the big area of concern that I had mentioned earlier. 13 turnovers leading to 14 points off turnovers for the PBA All-Stars. That says 2 things. One is Gilas Pilipinas is turning the ball over, which is clear right there. But the other thing more important is that we are not playing good transition defense. And transition defense is something that should have been mastered already by this squad of ours by now. And finally, you saw their huge disparity when it came from points coming from the bench.
PBA All-Stars led by the 11 points of KG Canaleta. Meantime, for the Philippines, Gary David leading the way with 8 markers. We're just about ready to start the second half. Once again, just a reminder, we are playing under FIBA rules. Also, this is a series of tune-up games for the national team.
I believe on Friday, we will have another tune-up against Kazakhstan.
That will be a foul against Calvin Abueva. Are you trying to read the sponsorship on the headband?
Pwede pala yan eh. Gagawin ko din yan. Pwede yan din. Dati pa ako nag-headband habang
Medyo nakakagutom nga sponsor niya. Meantime, here's Baroka. Cross court. Arwin over to Abueva. Abueva, no. And LA has the ball. Fingris. Fingris, one more try here against 4 defenders. And a swipe by Salmi Coffee teammate Mark Baroka, and there's a preemptive foul from the national team.
Really expecting from Gilas Pilipinas coming out of this third quarter to come out really hard and try to turn this game around. So far, good job on the part of the PBA All-Stars. Kita natin pati yung offense ng PBA All-Stars. They're moving the basketball around, seeming like they actually have practiced many times before this.
Abueva almost lost the ball. That's a turnover. And Jeff Chan is all alone for 2.
That's what you expect from this game from Gilas Pilipinas. Force turnovers and run. And think Mark Fingers was caught trying to tie his laces. Kaya hindi niya napantayan. Ito si Calvin Abueva.
So 2 free throws for Calvin Abueva. Of course, the Alaska guys, fresh off their victory trip. And they all got their championship rings as well.
And I hear a lot of players got contract extensions, coaching staff as well.
Some players also getting back in the PBA. Guys like our good friend, Jerry Reyes.
Oh,
Congratulations.
buntik na mag-trending eh.
Hashtag welcome to the PBA. Welcome back to the PBA actually.
Parang yan yung justice dati na pinag-usapan natin kanina.
Justice for Jai. Balik sa ng PBA. Just in case our viewers missed the first part of our coverage, we commented on the conditioning of the PBA players. Except for Alaska, I think all the teams are already
2 weeks.
already practicing. But like you said, 2 weeks doesn't mean that they're already in like tip-top game shape.
Yeah, usually the first week is a lot of cardio, a lot of running, and a lot of drills. And you don't really get to play a lot of 5-on-5. So actually, a lot of these guys, you would say, gutom na gutom sa 5-on-5 yan, lalo-lalo na doon sa PBA All-Stars.
Here's Paul Lee falling away. Beautiful move from Paul Lee, and that will extend the lead of the All-Stars to 4 points.
When you look at Paul Lee, you're looking at probably someone that is on his way to wear Gilas Pilipinas colors maybe 2 or 4 years.
Meantime, Marcos Doughted now with 8 points tonight. Paulie having problems with the ball. Goes in. Okay, fine. I take it back. He was not having problems with the ball at all.
It was actually an invite in the first Gilas team. Remember, Paul Lee decided that he wanted to make sure that he was able to play for his school. And right now, you can see Paul Lee. Mukhang in-shape na si Paul Lee.
Are you sure?
Hindi, nakatago eh. Nakatago.
For more Paulie, let's send you back to Erica Padilla.
Kahit anong game naman daw, Paulie always gets excited, lalo pa that he knows that going against Gilas tonight can help the national team for the competition. He still sees it as a source of pride to be part of their preparation. Kailangan daw tulungan para sa bayan. Nax. Balik sa inyo.
Nax. I see a lot of frustration on the part of Gilas Pilipinas right now. They're turning the ball over in situations that they themselves feel, as a basketball player, they're not supposed to do. I'm looking at the face of Larry Fonacher after that turnover. Very upset because this is not how they want their first TV appearance for after the PBA to be like.
Anyway, Pingris and Calvin, they're taking this game seriously. Kanina pa silang titirahan eh.
Para sa bayan yan.
Look at Coach Chot Reyes and Norman Black. Norman Black, okay, before you talk about Norman, here's our bio on Calvin. And going back to Norman Black, he actually scouted the opponents in the Jones Cup. So, and inaaral talaga. He went there and kompleto yung ating reconnaissance notes for all the opponents. And
Saka rin nawala sa atin, hindi tayo nakatalo sa Jones Cup because generally that's always our tune-up to get to find out nasa na ba ang team natin? How far along are we compared to the competition? But we're pwedeng nga blessing in disguise dahil hindi naman nakita ng mga kalaban natin kung ano yung kondisyon ng team natin.
Marcus Doughted with 9 points, and that will cut down the All-Stars lead to 4, 47-43. Still in the early moments of the third period. Here's Baroka. Baroka pulling up. Here's Tenorio. Sends it to Larry. Back to LA. Lots of time to shoot for the Philippines, and LA forces one up. Rebound, Abueva.
a lot of athletes on the side, actually, of that PBA All-Stars. Alvin Abueva, Arwin Santos.
Actually, this unit ng All-Stars, it's perfect for freewheeling basketball.
Yeah.
You have a push-it type of point guard in Baroka, and Paul Lee. Abueva likes it, freewheeling. Arwind also. J-Wash as well.
Kahit na anong laro, pwede kay Calvin. Freewheeling, pwede na yan.
Pwede half court, pwedeng 3-on-3, 2-on-2, 1-on-1. Semento, kahoy, buhangin, pwede. Hindi nga natakot sila Mickey Mouse kay The Beast. Malaman, nagpa-picture yan. The Beast. Meantime, Larry pulling up top of the key, and putback won't work for Marcus Dalton. Here's Baroka. As expected, he pushes the ball. And here's J-Wash, goes outside. Paul Lee thought about the three. Sidestep inside, outside to Calvin. Lots of time to shoot for the All-Stars. No need to rush. Here's Baroka. As we approach the 6-minute mark of the third, open shot, J-Wash for three. And another rebound for Abueva. And finally, the Philippines grabs possession here. Here's Fonashev. Doubt it. Outside, LA for three. Yes, sir!
Gilas Pilipinas needed that. And so far here in the third quarter, for majority of the third, the team that looks sharper are the All-Stars.
Here's Jeff Chan all alone for the layup.
Turnovers, that's what can help your team turn things around. Force turnovers, get some easy layups. And just like that, 5-0 run para dito sa Gilas Pilipinas to cut the lead to 1.
Here's Paul Lee, 10 to shoot. And Paul Lee wants space here. He's going to post up LA.
Good call on the part of the referees. Paul Lee, he had a good idea. He felt that he had the mismatch, but you can see lead with the shoulder, and the shoulder lands straight in the middle of the chest of LA Tenorio.
Back in a moment, all starting at 8:15 in the evening, and all here at in the MOA Arena.
Very important. Of course, we have to get through our group and try to finish dun sa mataas, mag number 1. Dahil pag magka-crossover mo, yung makukuha mo, yung mas mababang seed doon sa kabila. Nice try on the part of Jay Washington. Inbound na dapat di ba? Baka makachamba
Here's Gary. Sounded by Paul Lee. Over to Marcus. Doubt it. Pulling up. And that's good.
Finally, the lead para sa Gilas Pilipinas after a good run. Good start to the quarter for the PBA All-Stars. Gilas Pilipinas stringing together 7 straight points.
Here's Paul Lee. Paul Lee pulling up for three. Yes, sir!
And that's why I think he's going to be a prime candidate for the national team soon. Can shoot from the outside, can create for his teammates. And he's a full threat from that point guard spot. Tapos hindi pa kaliitan.
Marcos lost the ball against the defense of Jay Washington. And here's Baroka. 2-point lead for the All-Stars. With under 5 minutes to go in the third period. Baroka pulls up and he misses. Rebound, Pingris. Tenorio, hesitation move. Outside, Gary. Gary for three. Short. Gary gets his own miss. He fires again, and that's good.
Much better. First shot, it seemed like he short-armed it. Never got enough lift.
Here's Gary. He pulls up for three. And that's off the mark. As Arwin connects, shooting over Mark Pingris.
This PBA All-Star selection, once Gilas Pilipinas misses, they're pushing the ball real quickly.
So 3.5 remaining in the third, and it's a 2-point advantage for the All-Stars. LA sets up Ping, and Pingris gets the layup.
Need more of that. Actually, when you look at the Jones Cup, one of the plays that was very successful for Gilas Pilipinas was that pick and roll of Marcus Doughton. This time around, inintay ni LA dumating si Marcus Dowdit earlier. He wasn't waiting for the screen. That's why he wasn't able to create out of that pick and roll.
7 to shoot. Volley. Almost scoring on that step back. Here's LA. Jeff Chan for 3. Yes, sir!
When you look at Jeff Chan, yung demeanor niya, shooter na shooter, yung parang pagkuha ng bola, hindi nagmamadali. Pag tumira, shooting very well today from 3.9. That's his third three-pointer.
Ball back with Paul Lee, 10 to shoot. Attacking the defense of his Rainer Shai teammate. And he scores.
Nangangatawan eh. From that point guard spot.
Foul is on Jeff Chan. And we'll take this time out with 2:32 remaining in the third period. Back in a minute.
This special tune-up game between the Gilas Pilipinas and of course our PBA All-Star selection. At pag-usapan naman natin si Gary David at si Jay Wash na ngayon ay nasa isang team na lang. Kanina lang daw nakita ni Gary David ang unang practice ni Jay Wash sa Global Port, but it was just too bad na hindi sila nakapaglaro together. Nag-post pa nga kanina si Gary David ng picture nila together ni Jay Wash to show his warm welcome to him. Buti na lang ngayong gabi magkasama silang naglalaro sa espesyal na larong dito sa MOA Arena. Balik sa inyo guys.
Special.
Pasal. Pali special yung yung laro niya ngayon.
You know, I spoke with the Global Port head coach Junel Baculi, and he said that Jay Wash is going to be a very important player for them. You know, Junel intends to turn the next conference into Jay Wash's like comeback conference. You know, make Jay Wash relevant again.
And let's just be honest. They're going to need to find someone
Exactly.
to turn things around. What did they end up with to end of the season? Losing streak of how many? So they're going to need to find a change somewhere.
Speaking of change, I'm still getting used to the new hairdo of Alex Cabagnot as Ellis receives the ball. 2 minutes remaining in the third. And a foul here on the Philippines. The foul is on Gabe Norwood.
Even the referees that we're using today, these are the FIBA referees. These are no longer the PBA referees that we have. So naalala ko pa yung isa referee, nung player ako, nag-referee na yan eh.
Serious?
Oo, no?
Seryoso ka?
Oh. Si referees Pascual, Cornelio, tsaka si Buaron. Don't ask me kung sino doon sa tatlo yun. Basta naalala ko siya, lagi ako tinatawagan ng foul yan eh.
2-point ball game in favor of the All-Stars. Jimmy to Gary. That's a foul against Alex Cabagnot.
See, when you're still at 100%, Shane, first thing that you actually use is you use your hands to stop a person that's trying to go through. You can see that's what happened exactly to Alex Cabagnot.
Here's Jimmy. Sets up Ranidel De Ocampo.
Starts off with Jimmy being aggressive and turning the corner, making the defense commit to himself. That's when you're going to be able to find an open man because the defense is moving around because you attack the middle.
PJ forcing one up. Rebound Norwood. That's a foul against PJ Simon, his second personal. And PBA All-Stars already in the penalty here. That will allow or give the Philippines an opportunity to increase their 1-point lead.
One of those guys that's going to be a key player from the FIBA tournament. Remember how good Gabe played doon sa Jones Cup kung saan tayo nanalo? You know, he was getting the rebounds, he was making the outside shot and mid-range jumpers. And I'm sure Coach starts still expecting a lot from Gabe come this tournament.
Here's Ellis. Ellis misses the pull-up. 1 minute remaining here in the third. That pass was exclusively for Junmar. couldn't handle the pass. Too many hands getting in the way. And Ellis with a fast break connection. 6 points for Chris Ellis tonight. And that ties the game at 61. Of course, you look at the 10 players on the floor and you can easily see the massive advantage width and height. Junmar Fajardo.
I think yung width, pinaka-importante. Pinagdikit ko kanina si KG tsaka si Rafi eh. Parang isang Junmar lang.
And Junmar and Jason Castro are in the same boat. Like, people are excited to see them, but they don't really know what to expect. Like, you don't know.
Yes.
You've never seen them in international.
But I think in the case of Jason Castro, there's a bit more expectation because he's already proven at times that he's unstoppable in this league.
Saka mas bata si Junmar.
On the other side, para kay Junmar, hindi naman siya yung number 1 option. Ang hinihingi lang sa kanya, Junmar, bigyan mo ako ng 5 to 12, maybe even 14 minutes at most na makapagpahinga si Marcus Doughty.
10 seconds remaining in the third. Let's see if the Philippines can get the last shot here. Here's Ranidel over Alex. Here's Ranidel, 1 second to shoot. That's good.
Fans here at the Moa Arena, they're looking for a reason to cheer for this Gilas Pilipinas team. Ranidel giving them one right here to push the lead up to 5.
Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena for the My Phone Presents Laban ng Gilas, Laban ng Pilipinas. We are in the payoff period here. And right now, the Philippines on top 65-61. And I make that 67-61 courtesy of that pull-up from Gary David.
The last shot of Ranidel actually called a 2-pointer put on the line. Right now, ito na. Gilas Pilipinas, they need like a big run. You know, so far in this game, the biggest run has been a 7-0 run.
Nice looking shot there from Chris Ellis. On the floor for the Philippines, Gary David, Junmar Fajardo, Ranidel De Ocampo, Gabe Norwood, and Jimmy Alapag. Here's Norwood. Over to Ranidel. Open shot for Ranidel. Rebound, Ellis quickly to PJ Simon, and PJ saves it to Canaleta, and a duty foul given up by Jimmy Alapag.
Again, transition defense. That's coming off a bad miss. But still, if it's coming from a bad miss, there should be enough people back. Jimmy was able to get back. But where's that other guy? Where's that other safety para dito sa Gilas Pilipinas?
Precarious 1-point lead for the Philippines here with 9 minutes remaining in the ball game. Gary. But despite the blindside challenge of PJ Simon, Gary still connects. What happened to Rafi? Ano, nadagadan ba ni Junmar? Somebody called the ambulance.
Natulak ng konti.
Huwag di pwede tulak ni Junmar si Rafi, baka mabali yan.
You can see the grimace on the face of Rafi.
I don't blame him. Post-up move, Ranidel, specialty of the house.
A little short burst here para sa Gilas Pilipinas, but so far in this game, PBA All-Stars have found a way to make these runs short para sa Gilas.
This by Rafi Rivas. We approach the 8-minute mark of the fourth and final quarter. Norwood, Ranidel. Back to Jimmy. Look, all the PBA All-Stars have nobody who can match Junmar on the floor right now. Rafi Rivas does not count. He's like 1/4 of Junmar. Oh, Rafi's going to try. I'm pretty sure Gilas will try and send that ball over Junmar's way. And a foul is given up from here by Canaleta. There you go. Oh, Junmar lost it. Meantime, here's Canaleta over to, that pass, a terrible pass by Canaleta. And here's Jimmy. Over to Ranidel. Ranidel to Junmar, and Junmar connects.
You did mention it. Not a lot of people out there can match up with Junmar on the opposing side. But the nice thing, para sa Gilas Pilipinas, hinahanap nila si Junmar. That's one guy that needs to work on his confidence as well with this group. You know, pag pumasok ka sa isang grupo, rookie ka, tapos may mga superstars ka kasama, if you're able to get that confidence that they believe in you too, well, that's going to transcend into a good game for future games in the FIBA.
74-66 Philippines on top. We'll be back in a moment. Once again, the groupings for the FIBA Asia Championship. Of course, we will mainly focus on Group A, but syempre, kailangan papantayan din natin nangyayari Group B, C, and D.
I can't believe that Iran and China.
You don't want to be Malaysia, no? China, Iran, South Korea.
Good luck. Good luck na lang. Oh. At least malamang maaga bakasyon ng grupo na yan.
Of course, we the Philippines, we have our own problems. We have our own problems to deal with. It's not like our preliminary round will be a walk in the park. It won't. It won't be. Rebound Junmar, and we have 7:14 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ranidel. He fakes. Sends it to Larry from the corner.
That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. That's what the crowd wants to see. You can see people just good shot fakes and everything, but that's the complete opposite of what you want to see after the good offensive play. Giving up easy transition points.
Gabe got whacked in the face. Canaleta will step out, and Arwin Santos.
See what happens here. You see that KG just about to turn, and he gets him in the face.
That's a hard foul. Oh, it's an unsportsmanlike foul on Canaleta. That's why he had to step out. So a 10-point ball game here for the Philippines, 78-68, as we near the 6-minute mark of the fourth and final quarter. Norwood pulling up. Gabe Norwood connects.
That's something that could probably wake up Gabe Norwood after that foul. Gets a couple of free throws, and you can see right after that, very aggressive, looking for his shot.
This two. Arwin for three. Short. Actually hits Junmar. Okay lang, basta bola ng Pilipinas. We have no problem with that. Here's Jimmy for three. Yes, sir!
Jimmy Alapag, one of those guys that when he is bringing down the basketball, you almost have to step on that three-point line because he likes to just bring down the ball and shoot it up from there.
6 minutes remaining in the ball game. And right now, the Philippines opening up an 83-68 lead. Chris leaning in, almost making the shot. we send you back to Erica Padilla.
Di naman kaila sa atin na si Gabe I feel pero he told me that he has never felt more in touch with his Pinoy lineage by being part of the Gilas team. Dinagdag pa niya before, he plays for his mom and grandparents but now he's even more inspired to play for his children. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Erica.
Been a busy, you could say
Year.
mid-season
Yeah.
for Gabe Norwood. Nabuhay ang bagong kasal.
Yeah, congrats. Got married in Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Oh, congrats.
Alam na, imbita tayo. Oo, padala rin siya ng ticket man lang. Mahirap yung mag-imbita siya, walang ticket.
Okay, 14 to shoot here for the Philippines. We have Norwood, Jimmy, Ranidel, Junmar, and Larry on the floor. 9 to shoot. Jimmy, whoa, a long one. Rebound, Norwood. And Norwood is fouled, and he will go back to the free throw line.
I think this is the Gabe Norwood that everyone's going to look for. Crashing the boards on the weak side, doing the little things. Like I had mentioned earlier, the things that he was able to do in the last Jones Cup. Yung ginagawa niya, the mild things that make teams win.
Not to mention, he has that ability to make
Highlight plays.
highlight plays as well as clutch jumpers. I mean, he made a couple of very important shots during that Jones Cup run.
At isa pa, no, Miko, when he's on the floor, he's one of those guys as well that you're going to be allowed to switch when you're playing defense because of his size.
He's so versatile. Meantime, Fanasher harassing Chris Chu. Here's Arwin. Arwin won't take the three. Abueva will attack. And a wild shot again in the face of Junmar. And that's a foul committed by Calvin Abueva.
Si Abueva talaga yung anti-former. Napagandahan ng sapatos, pakulayan. Sa kanya, puti.
Counterculture.
Counterculture. Puti na, pwede na sa akin yan. Medyo exciting na yan.
And all eyes back on Jimmy Alapag. It's a 15-point advantage for the Philippines with 5 and 16 remaining in the fourth and final quarter. And Jimmy will get a well-deserved break. He made some outside shots and
At siya yung because siya yung nagdala ng buhay doon sa offense ng Gilas Pilipinas. He's the main reason that the lead back up to 16.
JV, Calvin. Alaska connection right here. Over to Rafi Rivas, and Rivas will miss. There's Calvin with the rebound. Putback won't work.
The skills are there for Calvin, but you can see that there's just still no game shape.
That's a three for Gabe Norwood, and it's now a 19-point lead for the Philippines. Biggest lead for Gilas Pilipinas tonight. Nice pass. Nicer block by Gabe. I mean, right on cue. Just when you said that he provides so many things. And here's Ranidel. Ranidel for three. Yes, sir!
Ball movement, touch passes from one end to another. Even when it was almost an error, they were able to still move the ball and get that outside.
Well, the Philippines pulling away here towards past the midway point of the fourth. And huwag niyo kalimutan panoorin ang Kwentong Gilas happening on July 28 over TV5.
Miko, huge run on the part of Gilas Pilipinas here in the fourth, outscoring the PBA All-Stars 27-9.
JV. Layup won't work. Rebound, Junmar. Here's Gabe. Philippines pushing. Gabe scoring on the layup.
Big reason why there's a huge turnaround. Gabe Norwood, also Jimmy Alapag, they were the guys that nagpakita ng pagiging agresibo. Don't forget Ranidel as well.
Oh, jet lag or no jet lag. JV still accurate from Rainbow Country.
Doesn't matter what hemisphere.
Different time zone. It doesn't matter.
Ay, may bagong Smurfs movie, ha? Panalo lang natin.
Arwin connects with a 3. We have under 4 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Yeah, the PBA All-Stars, they actually were ahead. They were ahead 41-38 at the half. What changed?
Now, what changed? One thing that was very evident is that especially they moved the basketball. Eventually, you could see that they were more into the game. And let's make some shots. Jimmy hit a couple of three-pointers. Gabe hit three-pointers. Maridel hit three-pointers. And that's one thing that we're going to live with. We're going to live with three-pointers in the FIBAs. If we're not going to make that, well, it will be very difficult for us to get far in that tournament.
Junmar is he really is the bunso of this team. He really is.
Ang cute naman ng bunso natin.
He really is. Everyone else, kuya niya, Kuya Gary, Kuya Marcos, Kuya Ranidel, Kuya Jimmy.
Ang cute, bata pa. Lit-lit
I'm
pa ng
telling you,
bunso.
you really should follow his Instagram. I am telling you. Meantime, here's Rafi Rivas, pull up won't work. Junmar with a rebound, sends it over to Jeff Chan, and Jeff sends it to LA, to Larry, to Japet. And Japet almost throws it away. Japet attacks, and that's a region foul against Rafi Rivas.
I'm curious. Ahead of a picture. Meron ako nakita picture.
You will thank me later.
Meron ako nakita picture. Yung nandun sila sa Lord of the Rings.
Oh!
Tapos nandun yung mga...
Yung mga monster. Oh.
Tapos sumama siya sa mga monster.
Mga orcs. Ganyan.
Hindi ko siya napansin dun.
Look. Since you're not following him yet, no, just to give you a preview of what the stuff that you will see. There you will see Junmar Bruno Mars. You will see Junmar on a skateboard. Junmar planking. Telling you, it's the best Instagram account ever. Here's Arwin Santos for 3. Yes, sir!
Arwin's had a decent game. Greg got 17 points. But strangely enough, scoring is there, but 0 rebounds para kay Arwin Santos, ha?
It's hard boxing out guys like Marcos Dautit and Ranidel and Junmar. Here's Chris Chu. Two minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. LA against JV. It's by Tenorio, and here's Chris. Chris to Chris, but Jeff Chan got it away. And a runner by Fonasher. And here's Chris Chu picking up the loose. Oh, careful Junmar. Maraming endorsements yan. Maraming tatamaan na negosyo. Tingnan niyo matabakan si Chris Chu. There's Commissioner Chito Salud, Media Bureau Chief Willie Marshall overseeing the proceedings tonight here inside the Mall of Asia Arena.
1:31 to go. Might as well just talk about assessment, diba? Yung assessment natin doon sa Gilas Pilipinas.
What's your assessment?
So far, first 3 quarters, must say, not impressed at all. But they had a very good run here in the fourth, especially with the unit with Junmar Fajardo, the one with Jimmy Alapag, as well as Ranidel Del Campo. That was the unit that was very aggressive. If they don't play aggressive, the one thing that you want to get away from, if you're a good team, is to play to the level of your competition. You should always play to the level of excellence. And at the first 3 quarters, I felt that they were not playing to the level of excellence, but rather to the level of the competition.
Here's Chris Chu for 3. Yes, sir! The PBA All-Stars, they're not giving up with just 48 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's Tenorio. Jeff Chan from the corner. Arwin with the rebound. And whoa.
Actually, that was warming up a little bit earlier.
Even away from the ball.
Yes, away from the ball, because nung dumaan si Ellie, binangga ng konti ni Arwin, and that was warm. Nakita na natin, medyo umiinit na yung sitwasyon. Di ba rin na, para sa Pilipinas pa rin yan.
So much for anyone taking this game lightly.
Let's see right there. Arwin knew that LA was trying to get him back nung binangga niya dito sa harap natin si LA, and Arwin's not gonna take that. It took exception to that as well.
So an sportsman-like foul on LA Tenorio, and LA has to he's fine. Okay na. Nag-appear na sila ni Arwin.
Bawi na eh. Quits na. Ganun lang naman yun eh.
Here's Rivas, and now Arwin.
He's shooting. He wanted to.
Here's Chris. 5 to shoot, and Ellis will miss. Junmar has the ball, and we only have 16 seconds remaining here before we wrap things up. The Philippines will win this. It was close for the first 3 quarters, then they pulled away.
Omens. You know, you'd like, maybe one of the things that you want to look at is omens. And panalo tayo dito sa MOA, and what we wanted to do is to continue to win in MOA. Lahat naman ng game gagawin dito. If we do that, champion tayo sa FIBA.
So the final score is 99-87. The Philippines winning over the PBA All-Stars. It was testy. I mean, the game was close. Lamang pa nga yung PBA All-Stars at the half. And, we were all wondering, kailan lalayo yung Philippines? When would they step on the gas and go in transition and start scoring layups and three-pointers?
So about finding that unit. Coach Chot finally found the unit that worked. And when he found that unit that worked, it was a huge run. There was a 27-9 run at one point. And when that run happened, you can see that it really took the air away from the sails of the PBA All-Stars.
Okay, I think Erica is ready, and Erica is with our national head coach, Chot Reyes.
Congratulations, Coach Chot. Coach, let's talk a little about the game. So, did you feel a bit anxious when you saw that the PBA All-Star team was getting ahead of the Gilas Pilipinas in the middle part of the game?
No, I wasn't anxious. I was absolutely pissed. I think we were terrible in the first half, a little bit better in the second half, but there's no excuse for this team with 1 week to go to play that terrible. That was a super terrible game that we played.
With that being said, Coach, are there any more preparations that you would want to include in your succeeding practices before the tournament?
Well, we've got one more game versus Kazakhstan to shape up. I really hope we play better, because this game is not going to get us anywhere in FIBA Asia. I mean, there's no excuses. This team just completely disappointed me tonight.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. But then again, congratulations for winning this. Balik sa inyo dyan, guys.
Okay, Coach Chot na mismo na.
I guess malinaw na.
There you go. There are no ifs and buts about it. Coach Chot saying that they played a super terrible game, that this was a disappointment for him and for the team. I'm sure they probably are going to long talk at the end of this game, but they do have one game on Friday.
Yes, they have 1 day. I'm sure they're going to talk about it in the dugout. They're going to have practice tomorrow to adjust to the game against Kazakhstan. Like I said, I felt they played to the strength of their opponent today. They did not play they did not play for excellence. And the scary part about that is they're playing these games here in MOA against the Philippine team, against Kazakhstan. Why? Because gusto mo rin masanay yung mga player mo na naglalaro sa harap ng bayan. Now, when you do that and you don't play for perfection, it's practice makes perfect. If you're gonna practice, these are practice games. If you're gonna practice to that level, kapag dating ng tournament, you cannot put it in gear in time.
Once again, the final score, 99-87. The Philippines, Gilas Pilipinas winning over the PBA All-Stars. I'd like to thank you for joining us here in the My Phone Presents Laban ng Gilas, Laban ng Pilipinas. For Jason Webb, Erica Padilla, and Miko Alili saying good night.